meeting.
All right, and I shall just find where I've hidden it. There we are. Oh, sorry about this. There we are. All right, can you see it? Okay, Stephen.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do my intro if I can see the screen. Okay. Welcome everyone to the SingularityNET-Archive meeting. I'll just give a brief intro. SingularityNET-Archive contains a history of the activities of the SingularityNet Ambassador Program. Uh, all content is provided under open source Apache 2 license or contributions we licensed under a Creative Commons license. We usually do a video recording of the meeting and post it onto our YouTube channel. And our goal is to provide a collaborative platform for SingularityNet's archive community to share knowledge, ideas, and best practices. And we welcome contributions from anyone interested in SingularityNet in relation to whether it's a new project, code example, or documentation. And a quick word about our process. So what we do, we review actions and decision items at the beginning of the meetings, and then we go for a kind of stand-up. So it's back to Vanny for the action and decision items.
All right, fair play. Before I change windows, are we supposed to update the milestones and due date on this issue, or do you want to do it after the meeting?
Yeah, do it now actually, so we won't forget that
All right,
yeah,
so presumably start date and due date are today, yeah?
yeah, it's the same. It's all done in one day. It's very efficient. This one.
And the status is going to be in progress. Oh, here's he
Yeah,
coming in. Excellent. And it's, what is it?
I can't remember. I really can't remember.
Well, let's
200?
do
I
the,
think it's 200, eh?
it's 200, isn't it? And let's do
Yeah.
the milestone,
Uh,
which is October, I assume.
yeah,
And
Yes.
it's 200. And it should be assigned to you, I take it, Stephen. Yeah, and it is.
yep, yep.
Marvelous. Okay, all good. Oh, and Martin Saki. Okay, good, good. Right, welcome to people who have just come in. And first of all, I'm going to add who is here. Um, and Lord Kizzy. Okay, and I've already updated the today's meeting issue to the correct issue. So we'll just go through the decisions and action items from the last meeting. We had a decision item about the summary tool redesign, and I just kind of noted some of the changes that had already been made and why we'd focused on those. So that is already recorded, so I can remove that. We had a decision item that the open source paradigm work would be best presented at a town hall. And Stephen, later you've got an action item that you were going to pick a date. But yeah, that's dealt with and we can remove it as a decision. We also agreed that some of the insights in the how to make a document community owned document could be folded into your presentation on open source paradigm. So, yep, that's already recorded and we can remove it. And on the open source docs management work, we just noted that Andre discovered a cool way to record a reusable authorization token and doesn't have to change the API key every week. So that's gone. And tag taxonomy, yeah, we just said that we will likely include a controlled vocab in the tool redesign at some point, and just reiterated that idea that we will have an option for other, so people can add new tags, but they won't be immediately visible in the tool and they'll need to be ratified in archives meetings. So that won't be implemented until that part of the tool has been sorted. I can see something in the chat. Look, no dark mode. Well, you know, there will be one. For those who are obsessed with dark mode, there will be one. Yeah, so action items. Video walkthrough of how to use the GitHub board. We'll come to that, Onyeka, when we get to it in the board. But just quickly, is it done or is it still in progress?
Yeah, it's still in progress. I fell sick last weekend, so I wasn't able to get to my desk.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, well, let me just update the due date to the next meeting, which is the 16th. And if it's done before that, then it's okay. We'll review it in the meeting. That's okay. So there. Stephen, you were to set a date in October for when you want to present the open source paradigm work at a town hall and let Peter know. Have you decided?
No, I haven't decided, but so it's something I still need to do. Yes.
All right. Okay. So we'll change that. I mean,
Yeah.
to the next meeting date. That's grand. And I was to submit the budget and quarterly report, and weirdly, that is still showing, even though it's. Oh, I know why. I know why. All right, so I can remove that. And Sukra was to finish updating the Ambassador Git book to reflect the changes to the onboarding process. And I know she is, it was meant to be by the end of the month, but I know she's kind of away for a few days at the moment. So I think we should probably put it to the next meeting. That's okay. And then I was to go through all outstanding issues on the board and check that they have the correct milestone. And that is done. So I'm just going to save that. And while we're looking at meeting summaries, the reason why that done one was showing up is because I haven't actually approved the one from the 18th because I wasn't sure if I'd got everybody who was there. Lord Kizzy, you were there. Can you remember anyone who was present who I haven't got?
Okay, in the last call, right?
Hmm. I mean,
Mm,
I zoomed through the recording and I zoomed through the chat and I couldn't see anyone else, but I just had a feeling there were more people.
I can't. All the people that I can think of, they're already here.
Okay. Oh, well, in that case, it's probably all right. And I'll approve that summary and get it into the Git book. All right, let's go back to the board. Now, I'm guessing you want the overview view, Stephen?
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, there's a couple of things. One, I've got to hard stop at the end of the hour. So if that's before the end of the meeting, I might have to hand over to Vanny to carry on. And the other thing on there was discussion about changing to monthly meetings. Do you want to discuss that before we get into the board, or
Yeah, I'd say let's talk about it now.
let's talk about it now? Because otherwise, I won't be here. So yeah, yeah. So the suggestion is that our fortnightly meetings are becoming a bit unnecessary in terms of like they're not syncing up with our work. So I think a monthly meeting might be more appropriate, and also it would time better with our budget planning. So it'd be much more in line with that. That's the kind of idea. I'm not sure whether what this discussion should go under, whether it should go under decision or an action item. Probably a decision item, I imagine, Danny.
Yeah, I mean, has anybody got any thoughts on it?
I'm happy with it. Once a month is great. I think it will be
Yeah.
great.
Okay. Any other thoughts from people?
Look,
Yeah,
is he got a hand up?
yeah, I'm not actually against it. I think it's great, but the only effect or side effect I'm seeing here is there might be reduced participation. Like for instance, if we're going to do like an announcement before that meeting, because it's going to be like once in a month, so people might not even be aware that we're even going to have a call to maybe to go through all the async work that's been done and throughout that month. So it might reduce the participation by a lot. So I'm just saying. So I don't know.
I mean,
Just
I think it's definitely a valid point, but I do think that one of the reasons that we'd be doing it is because in this quarter, because of the budget fitting that we've had to do, there's not actually that many tasks available, for participants coming in new anyway. It's going to be
Yeah.
basically those of us who are kind of already active, like yourself. So I don't know. I sort of think also we haven't been able to budget for you to kind of message people and go, oh, ta-da, we have a meeting. So I don't know. I kind of feel like we could. One thing that might help is if we had it at a sensible time in the month. Like this is the first Wednesday of the month, and if we said it was the first Wednesday, that would be easier to remember. So basically, we'd be meeting today, and we'd be meeting again on the 6th of November and on the what would it be 4th of December.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that one of the other considerations was the budget, because we're obviously getting a cut there. Every meeting has an overhead to it, an administrative overhead. So, and that can detract from the actual work of what the group does. So, and as you say, Vanny, it could be a lot easier to manage if we just do, say, the first Wednesday of each month, and then that's a regular date to do. It lessens the administrative burden, so it's more appropriate for our budget allocation this quarter. Yeah.
I mean, I think we're not saying this is necessarily forever, depending on
Yeah.
price and budget and all that, we could reinstate fortnightly next quarter.
Yeah. I think we
Yeah.
can review. Maybe we put an action to review that in January or something.
Well, I don't know. I think wouldn't we need to review it in December, because the whole point of having a meeting on the first Wednesday is that it also means that we can have a meeting that discusses our Q1 2025
Oh
budget.
yeah. Good
And
point.
if
Yeah.
if we're going back to fortnightly, then we'd need to put that in the budget. So
Okay. So can we add is it back to the decision board, Vanny? So we add a decision to
yeah,
move to a monthly meeting. The first, let's draft it together, shall we?
I'm not going to add it now because it's easy to just add it. I'm trying to
Okay.
do 4 things here, so
Okay. So
I'll add it at the end of the meeting. But basically, what we're agreeing is that we are meeting on the first Wednesday of the month. So this is the first one of those, and there'll be another 2 in this quarter, and we'll review that at the December meeting.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now on to the board. So if we can just go through each issue, and I'll talk to the issue.
Oh my goodness.
Can I just
Uh,
ask who's just come in under the oh no, they haven't come in. Yeah, who's just come in as Ambassador SingularityNet? Is that you, Duke?
Yeah. Hi, Bunny.
Hi, yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I get an accurate count of who's here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, Duke.
Thank you, Stephen.
Welcome. Yeah. So we're at the. So the first is distributing rewards for Q3.
yes, that's Miroslav.
Right. Okay.
So he's not done with that. Once
So still in.
all Q3 rewards have been distributed, I'll move it to that.
Cool. Okay. The way, just to explain to people who are new, we go through the GitHub project board and we open up each issue, and it's just a very quick status check. We don't go into a great deal of detail. It's just really to track what's been done, what hasn't. The next issue is the meeting issue, which is this issue, which is this meeting. Then we have a meeting summary tool design transferred to Q4. Is that just
Yeah.
planned, Andre?
This is so instead of redesigning the tool, well, I wanted to build a separate tool, but this one, so we decided to take some of those features of the new tool and just implemented in the current tool, so
Right.
that people using the tool can already benefit from it. And then later I'll build the new tool from scratch, because there's some core changes I need to make
Right.
for
Okay.
stability and stuff, but I can do upgrades to the current tool. So that's what we're basically doing, just taking some of those new features and put it in the current tool. So
Okay.
I haven't, for this, I've just read through that document again, and I've looked at the next feature to add to the current tool, which is to export all the summaries for the
Right.
quarter into a single doc.
Right. Okay. So we move on to, so that's
Yeah,
the
that's
status
going to be
for that.
brilliant, actually. Just for new people, that is going to be dead useful, because I think it's writers' work group who write a report on what each work group has done per quarter. So to be able to export that really simply will be fab. Lord Kizzy, you've got a hand up.
Yeah, I just want to ask, is it going to be like you can export the monthly all the summaries that were submitted within a month for a particular work group?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
Well, for a
yeah,
quarter. I don't know, do you
yeah,
think it
but
needs to be for a month as well? Because at the moment we were just thinking just all of them for the quarter for a particular group.
we could do both. Is that possible, Andrew?
I can let the users select if they want a quarter or month. Maybe they can select a month. I'll keep that in mind when I do the design. But it is possible.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's very nice. It's very nice. We could also add it to like quarterly reports, and yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like the quarterly one is the way to go then.
Yeah.
All right, so I've just added that you'll consider it and
Yes.
put that as a comment. All right, brilliant.
Okay, so the next one is open source paradigm. Yes, this is in progress. So I just need to update it when I've done more work on it.
All right, so there's nothing to add on that then?
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Now
then the next,
this should be closed, shouldn't it? Or have you, no, you've got something to add on it, I think.
yeah, I need to add some Gitbook updates, but then it will be closed, and I'll open one for quarter 4.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay. And then where are we going? There we go. Look, I can only see your icon. So is it me? Oh, I can move the icon around. Look at that. Tool development. This is the routine update for October. So it's still in progress, I imagine, Andre. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a bug that I need to fix. We noticed for some reason I don't know why, but it could be when I did all the styling updates, and there was some other logic stuff that I did, but I think after that, when you indicate that there was no summary given for a date, it does something weird in the database, and then it caused people to not be able to save. So I deleted those ones because they were empty, so it didn't really matter if they didn't have any content. So people can save again, but I need to look into fixing that bug.
Right. Does that result in any lost data for people, or?
No. Well, people couldn't save, so
right.
There was a couple that CJ Frankie uploaded, and it didn't save, but thankfully he's got them as a doc, so he can re-upload them.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. And I think on his they might have had the same issue with a couple. So yeah. So basically, I won't be using no summary given for a little while. So that just means everybody's got to give summaries. That's all there is.
Yeah.
I will update this issue with that. What I just said. I forgot to do that.
Cool. Then we're on to this is the issue that we have to document any discussions or etc. about the budget for Q4. So it's submitted, isn't it? So that's it, really, isn't it? And it's
But also, I think Tevo has just said that the final budget fitting is 17.47%. So we can add that just so that we know that.
does that mean we lose 70, or do we just get
does.
70?
It does.
Okay.
So what that means for us, how's people's mental arithmetic? Does anybody want to do what is 17% of 7,000? Because that will be how much.
That's almost like I can of 7,000.
Yeah.
Andre's working on it. His mind is going into gear now.
17%.
8,000
One.
490. Let's
Yes,
just say
that's right.
$1,200.
Sorry, say again. I can't hear.
8,200.
1190.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just something like that.
Sorry,
Maybe
one. Can
maybe
one
paste
person say it, please? Because you
Oh.
spoke over each other.
Or paste in chat.
1190, eh? Yeah.
So we need to lose about £1,000. I mean, because yeah, our token price will fluctuate a little bit. I think Tevo might still be calculating it on 65 cents rather than 70.
Right,
So
right.
I'm
Okay.
going to call it around £1,000.
Okay.
And that is because I'm convinced that the price of AGIX is going to go up. So, but yeah, so that just means that we need to have a little look and see what we can lose. We may need to defer things to Q1 next year. There are a couple of things that we can easily lose because we've just said that we're going to do monthly meetings rather than fortnightly. So yeah, we'll have a look at it. Let's say.
Yeah, but in general, so that's the kind of context that we're working with. That's another reason why we're going to monthly meetings and really just focusing in our core work, I suppose.
There we are. So we've just at least documented that. Okay, all good. Right, GitHub board video work through. Okay, so I think you said that we just need to document that it's in, well, maybe if it's not done, we don't document anything.
Yeah, it
So
will be
this
ready
is
by
I've just seen the chat. AGIX is back to 63. Yeah, not for long. It's going up. All right, so to be next meeting. Well, actually, since we're not meeting till November, if you get it done before then, Lord Kizzy, if you just put it in here and then everyone can have a look.
all right, I'll do that.
Yeah. All right, nice one.
yeah. It's always helpful if you can update your issues. That's in between, particularly as we're moving to the new cadence. Okay, where are we? We're at the is that a historic one?
Well, no, we left it open until such time as all Q1 things are done, and I think they are, but we do just need to have a look, because there was a couple of things that we needed to check with the last funding request that everything has gone through. So shall I update that afterwards?
Okay.
And then it's archives Git book for August.
Yeah. So yeah, this is
now there are still some outstanding, but not that many. A lot of these, I've been remiss. I should have ticked them off. But governance, we're still waiting on a couple of them. So because it has been a little bit messy. So that will be done. Marketing guild. Now, this is the thing. I'm noticing that there are no marketing guild summaries. And I noticed in a previous summary that they said they've decided to not do summaries and to keep private whatever goes on in a meeting. And I just wondered, I'm sort of a little bit like, that's interesting. Does anyone know anything? Yeah. Look, Kizzy, go for it.
All right. Shocked. I'm shocked actually because we have a document that documents our calls, and it was meant to upload into the tool. But I think I have some of the summaries. I could share them. I don't think we made any decision on keeping it private.
Well, there definitely was. Let me just find. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute, but
Yeah. I mean, I'm a bit confused. I mean, isn't this a decentralized permissionless environment? Why privacy? I don't understand.
Well, it would be good to know what the reasons were, but I'm just finding where it was, and everything is running very slowly at the moment, so it will take me a minute.
I suppose in my mind, privacy is equivalent to proprietary. So privacy implies ownership. So because people are withholding information, so are we now admitting proprietary work in SingularityNet? That's what I would say.
Well, maybe it could be a time-based thing. That would make sense. Like if it needs to be secret until a release date, and then it's open. But
it wasn't actually product that it was just the proceedings of meetings. Now it's on the 16th of August, was the So let me just go to the archive and we can have a little look. Because the other issue is that as far as I'm aware, in their budget, they have got budget for documentation. So 16th of August it was, and we can check.
There's also a transparency issue. If you're not documenting what you do, then you shouldn't be privy to funds. Sorry, because no one knows what's being funded. Is another thing, an aspect of this. So why, if you could go private by all means, but why should you be getting funds? I don't understand.
There we go.
Yeah, okay.
Sake of working effectively in a singular and not divided pattern, whatever that means, decisions being made in the marketing guild should not be made public and outside of the guild henceforth. And all I know is that I haven't seen many meeting summaries since then.
This was as regards to a separate issue. I don't think it was as regards to the summary. So we had an internal discussion with a Zilli Cross collab, and a member within the marketing guild reached out to the other program for the same collaboration, which was not yet in public. So that was as regards to this context. It's not as regards to the meeting summary.
I didn't quite follow.
Okay. I said we had an issue that was previously weeks back where we had a Zilli Cross collab with Rejuve Bio. So that wasn't open yet to everyone, but it was discussed within the call. Now, a member of the marketing guild actually now reached out to Rejuve as regards to that, asking to be one of the reviewers on the Zilli platform. So we had to have that discussion because the information was still internal. Someone wasn't meant to just go and reach out to Rejuve and ask to be one of the reviewers. Yeah. So it's not regards to the meeting summaries.
Okay. Well, that's just poor documentation then. It's really unclear and it doesn't say that, but that certainly clears it up. Okay.
I mean, I notice this is under discussion points, not decision items as well, isn't it? So it's a discussion, as you say, Valerie, or maybe poorly worded, and it's not a decision. So for the record, you are going to, or the marketing guild, whatever they're called, are going to continue being transparent, like every other work group, and submit meeting summaries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, Vani, the recent summaries, haven't they been submitted? Like for, let's say, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Okay, because as far as I could see last time I had a look, there weren't any waiting for approval, but that was a few days ago, so yeah, it could be.
Yeah, because I have been training the current documenter, and he actually sends me the summaries every week. I have to go through them before, because I noticed that there were some blunders, so we had to
Right.
change the person of documenting, and I'm going
Okay.
through all the summary. So if there's any summary missing, I would reach out to you and send you the links.
All right, nice one. All right, well, that's going to clear up quite a lot of the outstanding summaries. I think sometimes African Guild can be a little slow in getting theirs up, but I think there are a few waiting to be archived, so that's all good. Other than that, a few of them are town halls, and I've noticed that there's a couple, like over the last, like July, August, September, where Writers Work Group hasn't. Effion?
Oh yeah. Hi everyone.
Hiya.
So yeah. So I think I noticed D work and D work on this. These are missing, right? And I wanted to like message you that I think most times like they've been uploaded, but they've just not been archived because they're there.
Hmm.
Same with Strategy Guild for 26th. It's currently on the tool, but it's not been archived. Same with all the D work, because I think I was going through. I was working
Sorry,
on
D work. Where does D work come into it?
D work. That's D work PBL. That's
Oh,
D
D
work
work
PBL.
PBL. Sorry. All right. Yeah. Got you.
Yeah, D work PBL. Yeah, that I noticed today. I think I was looking at that today. That of the 14th and the 28th. They are
Okay.
up there, but it's just not been archived. Same with Strategy Guild for 26th. It's not
Sure.
been.
I
And
mean,
then
these are quite recent.
okay,
So
yeah.
well, not recent, but you know what I mean. All right. So yeah.
Yeah, it's reasonable to have in the previous month to have not everything done. That's quite because
Yeah, I tend to have an idea of what there is waiting to be archived. And we did have that glitch where I was just like, oh, I don't want to do it just in case we lose it. But yeah, I think August is actually looking better than it seems. Have got a few town halls to do, and yeah, last time I looked, there were some pending ones from African Guild, but I think they're now there. And as Effion has now said, it's sort of let us know that there's some from Strategy Guild and so on. So yeah, August ain't bad. But yeah, I think also the other thing is that we're kind of adjusting from now on, we've got a slightly different process because we've had to save some money by not paying ESSO to chase people up. So yeah.
Mm.
I mean, we can look at quickly at July as well, and that is looking not too bad. We've basically got it's a couple of town halls and it's governance work group, which we are getting.
Cool.
Done.
That just needs to be updated, doesn't it? Really? That's
Yeah.
all. Yeah,
So yeah.
Okay, so the next issue is my screen taxonomy quarter
Oh yeah.
2.
I mean, yeah, there isn't really an update to add, really. I've been a little bit lax, but we know, as we said, we're gonna try and incorporate this into the main tool redesign.
Right.
But
Okay.
yeah, we just need to agree our control vocab. So yeah, that's kind of pending and
So it's like
a
a
little
feature
bit.
request. It's like a feature request for the new tool redesign. Is that the idea, or?
I mean, not really a feature request. I think it's a little bit bigger than that because it's just kind of like we've talked also about using a control vocabulary for names, taking it
Right.
from
Right.
because
I
you know
suppose
from
also.
when people join the Discord server. So it's just about where it gets them from and
Right. Okay. So it's also like process implications as well, slightly. So yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right.
I'm just looking at who else has just come in. And I can see SL Clement. Okay.
Okay. The next one is Q3 good meeting summaries. This is the prize giving that we were doing, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So where we are on that one. This was to reward people who've done, or work groups that have done good meeting summaries.
Yeah. Shukran should know, but it's not here.
So
Okay.
I think we should need to change our office because
So I didn't quite catch that. Perhaps you can put an update in chat or in the issue.
There is one. It'll be ready on or before Friday. Nice one.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
I mean, and is that going to be all three? Is that going to be because there's July and August and September to do? Yeah, Lord Kizzy, go for it.
Yeah, we actually made the selections, but we had like a bit of an issue. So we need to select a new winner for a particular month. Then they'll all three be posted this week, or if possible next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
I mean, yeah, we could say, oh God, that's not what I meant to do at all. I mean, if Friday feels too soon, we could say by Wednesday the 9th.
Okay.
Does that feel doable?
Yeah, it can. Yeah, it is.
All right. Okay, and like same goes actually. If you update the issue when you're ready, that would be really helpful, especially because we're not meeting until later. So yeah,
All right.
that's
Yeah,
brilliant.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
So I suppose we have more of an emphasis on asynchronous work, I suppose, as well. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, which may be a slight change in our practice. Okay. Again, this is a historic issue.
Yeah, it's the
because
same
there's
thing. We
still...
just need to check that all the tasks in the Q2 budget are closed. So I will do that after this meeting.
Cool. Then we have September, which presumably is just you haven't. Well,
There's not many in there, yeah,
there's not
but
many. It's not. There's not many
no,
because
there's
it's just
actually that's not true. There's a few, and I haven't actually made because we haven't got essay anymore. I haven't made a list that I can tick off, so I will do that.
right. It's just I'm just trying to think if there's a way of automating that, but
That's what I said, and we figured it would be more work to make an automation for it than for me just to make myself a template and copy paste it.
yeah,
So,
I suppose all it is yeah, you might as well just use a template because that's essentially what you'd be doing in GitHub anyway. Yeah.
I mean, the Q3 budget again is just, we keep these open until everything is done. So shall I have a look at that as well? Because I know that there are outstanding Q3 issues like the ones we've just looked at, like good meeting summaries and the one that's coming up. So I think we'll need to leave this open a little bit longer.
Right. So for those who are new, these kinds of issues are they're to track what has been done in relation to a budget quarter. Well, obviously, maybe that's obvious to some people, but not to others. So that's why they're still open, and that's why we provide updates to them, so that people can check to see what's been done in relation to that quarter. And the final issue is updates to the ambassadors Gitbook for Q3.
Yeah, I know that Sucra is kind of otherwise engaged for the last week or so, so it's not done. So I'll pick up with her like next week or something.
Okay, and I think that's it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, I mean, I suppose we could just stop the recording and.
Yeah. Oh, there's a couple of hands up, or there was.
I can't see on my screen.
Did anyone have a hand up? I'm sure I saw one. All right, I must have been imagining it. All right, I will stop the recording.